The kingdom of Avani was famed for its art. Its palaces shimmered with intricate murals, delicate sculptures adorned every corner. King Viraj, a great patron of the arts, decided to commission a masterpiece for his grand hall. He announced a competition. The most skilled painters in the land were invited. They would compete to create the perfect artwork. The winner would earn the king's favor and a place of honor in Avani's history. The announcement sparked excitement and anticipation. Artists across the land prepared their finest pigments and brushes. They yearned for the chance to prove their mastery. Amongst them, two painters stood apart. They were as different as night and day, yet equally confident in their skills. Their contrasting approaches would become a tale whispered in the halls of Avani for generations to come. The first painter, Reza, was renowned for his precision. He believed in meticulous detail and rigorous technique. Reza approached his craft with the discipline of a scholar. Every brushstroke was measured, every line calculated. He used an array of brushes, each meticulously crafted for a specific purpose. His palette held every color imaginable, meticulously organized by hue and saturation. Reza believed true art resided in perfect execution. He sought to capture reality with photographic accuracy. The second painter, Samir, was an enigma. He cared little for convention, preferring intuition and feeling. Samir carried himself with an air of quiet confidence. He used only a single brush, old and worn with a splintered tip. His palette held a limited selection of colors, seemingly chosen at random. Samir believed true art transcended the physical. He sought to capture the essence of his subject, the unseen emotions that lay beneath the surface. As the competition commenced, the contrast between the two painters became a source of much amusement. Reza worked with focused intensity. He meticulously sketched his design on the canvas, using rulers and compasses to ensure perfect proportions. He mixed his paints with scientific precision, striving for the exact shades he envisioned. Reza's progress was slow and methodical. He would spend hours on a single detail, his brow furrowed in concentration. Samir, on the other hand, seemed to dance as he painted. His movements were fluid and spontaneous. He would often pause, eyes closed, as if listening to an unheard melody. Then, with a burst of inspiration, he would attack the canvas. His brushstrokes were bold and unpredictable. He seemed to care little for accuracy or detail, yet there was a strange harmony in his chaos. On the day of the unveiling, anticipation crackled in the air. The king, seated on his magnificent throne, eagerly awaited the reveal. First, Reza's painting was unveiled. It depicted a grand procession of the king's court. Every detail, from the jewels on the queen's gown to the wrinkles on the elephant's trunk, was rendered with breathtaking precision. The courtiers gasped in awe. The painting was a masterpiece of realism, a testament to Reza's technical prowess. Then it was Samir's turn. The curtain rose and a hush fell over the room. His painting was abstract. It featured a whirlwind of colors and shapes, seemingly random and chaotic. The courtiers were confused. Some muttered in disapproval, unable to comprehend the work. King Viraj, however, leaned forward in his throne, his gaze fixed on the painting. "Step closer, Your Majesty," Samir invited. "This painting is best viewed not just with the eyes, but with the heart." As King Viraj drew nearer, a curious thing happened. The swirling colors began to shift and coalesce. What initially seemed like chaos transformed into a breathtaking sunset over the mountains. The king could almost feel the warmth of the setting sun on his skin, smell the sweet fragrance of wildflowers carried on the evening breeze. Turning to Reza's painting, the king saw the perfection of technique, the mastery of detail, but it lacked a certain life, a soul. It was a beautiful image, but it remained just that, an image. The king, deeply moved, declared Samir the winner. He understood that true art lay not in the perfection of the brushstrokes, but in the emotions they evoked. Samir had captured something beyond the physical realm. He had painted with his heart, and in doing so, he had touched the hearts of all who beheld his work. From that day forward, Samir's painting adorned the grand hall of the palace. It served as a constant reminder that true art transcended technique and precision. It resided in the unseen spaces, in the emotions and stories it evoked within the viewer.